Gotta be honest, it's a little hard trying to talk about this one, starting off. Hi, by the way, how are you all? It's good to talk to you. It's good to see you again. The reason it's hard to talk about this one is just because it's an experiment, I guess. Something I hadn't tried. I have masking fluid, which I use for watercolors. Works great for watercolors. And that's mostly because watercolor is a transparent medium. And so it's very thin. Acrylic paints are, for one thing, acrylic paints are something I almost never work in. I have experience with them. I have more experience with acrylic paints than I do any other type of paint. Oil or, there's no other type of paint. What am I talking about? And that's just because I've done a lot of miniatures. Very rarely have I actually journeyed into the world of painting, like traditional painting on canvas or board or cardboard or whatever it is that you use. And so I'm a little out of my element. I really have been looking at a lot of art lately though, and concept art, and I've really just been wanting to try it out. I really wanted to try my hand at it. I've been inspired by people like Ralph McQuarrie, who did Star Wars, the first 3, and oh my god, his art is just fantastic. I believe he did some stuff for the prequel trilogy as well. Maybe. I'll need to double check that. He did do artwork, but I wasn't sure if at the time it was meant for like the Phantom Menace, or if it was something that was done beforehand that George recycled. I think it was recycled. And anyways, doesn't matter. What I was trying to say is that I didn't know how masking fluid would work with acrylics. I'd heard people say you could use it with acrylics. And as it turned out, it did work, mostly. I just put it on kind of sloppily. And, you know, this piece is just kind of a test, honestly. It's an attempt to make something look like a traditionally animated thing, having those nice painted backgrounds with cells on top. And so that's why I ended up masking off the character, which I drew first, because I was going to then come back and do him with markers to try to make him look more make him stand out a bit. You know, when things are animated, they do that. They have the painted background, it was traditionally done with like acrylic paints, and then the characters were done on cells. It was something to kind of emulate that. That's the look I really like. I have too many different favorite looks is the problem. I take a lot of inspiration from shows like Cowboy Bebop, where it's just beautiful. I mean, it's just so good to look at. All the animation is nice, all the character designs and all that stuff. I take character design inspiration from that, and the backgrounds. I like the backgrounds in that a lot. They remind me of that vintage kind of science fiction look. Not vintage as in like 1950s, but more like circa 1970s, 80s. After Ralph started to do his stuff and his stuff started to gain a little more popularity, the grungy sci-fi became a lot more popular. Things that had dust on them or dirt, spaceships that were old or worn, that whole old world feeling. And that was kind of what I wanted to channel into this. I like the paneled buildings, I like the checkered board, I like the rustic feel, I like the big brush strokes on all the walls where you could see where all the artists applied their paint. I like the weird markings, the weird symbols. I like weird characters. I like appealing character designs that are fun to draw, that are easy to draw. Not easy to draw necessarily, but I like creating characters that are fun to draw. I think that if you have something, which is a problem with a lot of science fiction, a lot of the time science fiction people, they're just like guys with coats, or guys with coats and boots, and that's it. That's it. Their hair is like brown, they got a bit of stubble, and like that's them. That's all they have, and they got like a coat, and it's like it's boring. It gets kind of boring. It's okay if you have like 1 or 2 characters like that, but like you gotta diversify. That's my philosophy, at least when it comes to designing characters. You wanna have something that's fun to draw. You have certain characters, certain favorites of mine at least, like the Max, and he's just got a design that like sticks out. It's bright purple with yellow, and he's got these cool spiked hands, and he's got like these teeth, and like he's always frowning and hunched over. He's fun. It's one of those designs that's just fun. And that's what I think I want my character designs to be above all else. And that's something I work on. I don't churn out a whole lot of character designs per se. I used to do a lot. There was a while there where I was inventing like characters like daily, but it slowed down. It's something where when something inspiring comes to me, I'll use it and I'll churn it out into something that's fun. You should be able to tell who a character is just by looking at their silhouette, they say, and I very much work on that. Hard to do that if your characters are all wearing coats with regular trimmed hair and stubble. You know what I mean? It's whatever, though. That can work. I'm not saying that can't work. Look at the Matrix, like all those characters. They all just wear coats. They're all just like people. They look fine. It all depends, you know? There's a million rules. And the number one rule is that all the rules are made to be broken. So really there's no winning. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about, though. I did my painting for today. I've been just practicing in only acrylics this month. Just seeing if I can become better at them. I've been watching a lot of tutorials, been really studying lighting and how to apply them. And it's something I'll get better at, you know? I'll get there, eventually. That was all I really wanted to talk about. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Until next time. Bye. Okay, 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 bye. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay.